At this time, the chair recognizes Councilman Domb, who will present a resolution honoring Joan Mazzotti. With Ms. Mazzotti and those accompanying her, please join the councilman at the podium. And joining Councilman Domb, we have Councilman Greenlee, Councilman Heenan, Councilwoman Gim, Councilwoman Reynolds-Brown, Councilwoman Parker, and Councilwoman Blackwell.
Good morning, everyone. Today's a special day because I get to honor someone I've known for a long time, outside of the government world, actually. It's a little story. 1987, in the private world, I sold Joan Mazzotti's condominium in Hopkinton House, 1 bedroom. She shouldn't have sold it, though, because the property values went up a lot. But in any event, I've known her a long time. Just wanted to mention that. But we're here today to recognize Philadelphia Futures and Joan Mazzotti. And the Futures program really breaks the cycle of poverty. It's done phenomenal work. There's over 600 kids that have gone through the program, and thousands have been touched by it. And basically, it cradles kids from high school through college and gets them graduated in college. It's an unbelievable program that they normally wouldn't have that opportunity. The statistics are crazy positive for Philadelphia Futures. The average child that they take on typically would only have an 11% chance of graduating college. On Philadelphia Futures, it's 62%. And the other statistic that I love is that when Joan took over, they had like $1 million budget. Today they have a $3 million budget, $12 million in assets. And by the way, Philadelphia Futures gets no federal money, no state money, and no city money. Self-funded. Pretty amazing program. The big statistic that I love, though, is that 47% of the college graduates of Philadelphia Futures, these are kids in poverty, when they graduate, buy a home. 47%. The average statistic nationally is 33. So without further ado, this resolution honors and recognizes Joan C. Mazzotti for exceptional leadership and dedication over the last 16 years as the Executive Director of Philadelphia Futures, whereas on September 13, 2016, the Board of Directors of Philadelphia Futures announced that Joan C. Mazzotti will step down as Executive Director after 16 years of extraordinary service. And
whereas Ms. Mazzotti, a Long Island native with a bachelor's degree in political science from Rider University and a law degree from Villanova University, was a corporate lawyer for Aramark for more than 20 years before she joined Philadelphia Futures as only its third leader in the history of the organization. And whereas Philadelphia Futures is a nonprofit organization that provides Philadelphia low-income, first-generation to college students with the tools, resources, and opportunities necessary for admission to and success in college. And
whereas Philadelphia Futures provides comprehensive, long-term, direct services and resources to students, including academic enrichment, college guidance, one-to-one mentoring, career readiness, and financial incentives. And whereas as a result of the dedication and unwavering passion Ms. Mazzotti brought to her job, the work sometimes got personal. Ms. Mazzotti and her husband, Michael Kelly, a retired lawyer, mentored and became stand-in parents to a Philadelphia Futures student originally from Haiti who had lost his parents years earlier and who went on to graduate from Haverford College. And
whereas Joan Mazzotti's exceptional leadership over 16 years has shaped an organization that deeply understands and serves the needs of first-generation to college students, said Laura Williamson, chair of the board of Philadelphia Futures. Joan's agility in transforming a vision to action with measurable results is evident in every part of the organization today, from the depth and reach of the program to the loyalty and generosity of the donor base. And whereas Ms. Mazzotti's leadership of Philadelphia Futures is recognized not only in Philadelphia, but around the country. Under her leadership, Philadelphia Futures has become a model of college retention and success for low-income, first-generation to college students. And
Whereas, in addition to launching new programs and initiatives, including College Connection and Outreach Futures, and the organization's groundbreaking partnerships with colleges and universities, which have leveraged over $30 million in institutional financial aid for Philadelphia Futures students. In 2011, Ms. Mazzotti led the successful merger of Philadelphia Futures with White Williams Scholars, and
whereas, in 2013, Mrs. Mazzotti's leadership, Philadelphia Futures has received an unprecedented $1 million gift, which has allowed it to increase the organization's reach. And whereas, over Ms. Mazzotti's tenure, Philadelphia Futures' budget has more than doubled to $3.3 million. Its net assets have increased by more than 800%, and most importantly, the 6-year college graduation rate has risen from 50 to 59%, and over 500 Philadelphia Futures students have received their college degrees.
And whereas Ms. Mazzotti said the year just ended was very strong, it was a triple, if not a home run. We have an enormously talented and effective staff. Philadelphia Futures is financially sound, and our students and programs are thriving. As we enter the 5th year of our current strategic plan, we soon will need to embark on a new planning process. Accordingly, it is time for me to pass the mantle to the person who will be implementing the blueprint for the organization's future. Ann?
I have had the best job in Philadelphia, and I have loved every minute of it, said Mazzotti. It is going to be very hard to walk away from my work with my colleagues, the students and their parents, our donors, volunteers, partners, and friends. And whereas David O'Connor, Philadelphia Futures board member, added, this has been more than a job to Joan. It has been her mission, one that has included her entire family. While this work is never fully accomplished, for many past, present, and future Philadelphia students, the work that Joan has led has been life-changing. And
whereas, although her work life may be ending, Ms. Mazzotti and her husband intend to continue volunteering for and contributing to nonprofit organizations that advocate for those in need. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Philadelphia hereby honors and recognizes Joan C. Mazzotti for exceptional leadership and dedication over the last 16 years as the Executive Director of Philadelphia Futures.
The chair recognizes Ms. Mazzotti for remarks.
Thank you, Council President Clark, Councilman Domb, and members of City Council. I moved to Philadelphia from New York over 40 years ago, and since then I eat hoagies instead of heroes. I root for the Phillies instead of the Yankees, and I put Jimmy's on my ice cream instead of sprinkles. But most important, for my entire professional career, in different ways and in different venues, I have been committed to the economic success of Philadelphia and its citizens. For a proud Philadelphian, your recognition today is profoundly appreciated. For the last 16 years, I have been privileged to be the Executive Director of Philadelphia Futures. This has not for one moment been a job for me. It's my passion, and in many ways it has defined me. We are known for the purposeful pursuit of our mission to provide low-income first-generation to college Philadelphia students with the skills, opportunities, and resources needed to be admitted to and succeed in college. We are resolute in helping our students reach their goal of a college degree and professional and personal success. As we ended 2016, we are now providing comprehensive direct services to over 500 high school and college students each year. Our college graduation rates are continuing to rise, and our work is recognized as a model for others to follow. And we're finding new and innovative ways to reach thousands more students through our Step Up to College resources. This fall, we launched a mobile app that is available without cost to all Philadelphia students and their families as they navigate the often overwhelming path to college. Over the last 16 years, we have formed strategic partnerships with 9 colleges, including Drexel, Haverford, Gettysburg, Lehigh, and Lafayette. 228 of our students have attended a partner college, and as you heard, they have received over $31 million in institutional aid that is above their state and federal aid. Our results are strong and consistent. 100% of our students graduate high school, almost all attend college, and our graduation rate is now trending over 60%, against this national rate of 11% for students living in families in the lowest economic quartile. But the true test of our strength of our organization is found in the success of our alums. In 2016, we surveyed our alums to evaluate the long-term outcomes of students who participated in the program. And as Councilman Domb noted, the results exceeded our expectations. They say the proof is in the pudding, and this survey is our pudding. Our alums have careers and are well paid, they are satisfied with their lives, and they generously connect their success to Philadelphia Futures. This, in many ways, is my legacy. I am hopeful that the long-term success of our students demonstrates unequivocally that Philadelphia's public school students can and do succeed if given the opportunities and resources necessary for their success. My great joy in the achievements of Philadelphia Futures is tempered by the fact that I am leaving the organization at a time of great uncertainty as we contemplate the potential impact of the new administration in Washington, whose policies threaten members of our community. Philadelphia Futures is a beautifully inclusive community grounded in the respect we have for each other. We unwaveringly affirm that we are one with members of our community who are of color, identify as LGBTQ, are non-United States citizens, or members of vulnerable religious groups. I am hopeful that I can count on all of you in standing with us in protecting each member of the Philadelphia Futures community and each citizen of Philadelphia from discrimination, harassment, bias, or other harm. Our young people deserve no less. Again, thank you for honoring my work. Please be assured, although I am stepping down from my position, I remain committed to our city, and I will not stop fighting the good fight. Thank you.
Councilor Biddies.